Marvel Comics has created countless superheroes since the golden age of Stan Lee, Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko in the 1960s. While Captain America, Spider-Man and Iron Man have now become household names, not every idea is as well remembered. Few people know that almost half a century ago, Marvel experimented with making a very different type of superhero. It was in January 1980 that they published Francis, Brother of the Universe, turning the life of the 13th century Italian saint into a full-on comic strip to celebrate the 800th anniversary of the saint's birth. It was a chance encounter in Japan between a Marvel Comics rep and two Franciscans, followers of Saint Francis, that resulted in the comic. Fully illustrated, the story was written in part by Franciscan scholar Roy Gasnick, who was director of the Franciscan Communications Office of New York. Depicting Francis's entire life and well-known parts of his legend, the comic was illustrated by John Buscema and Marie Severin, two of Marvel's top artists that had worked on characters like Conan the Barbarian, the Silver Surfer, and Doctor Strange. In the comic, Marvel presented Francis almost as a superhero who alone could rebuild the Catholic Church. The comic follows his entire life, with moments like Francis receiving the stigmata or the wounds Christ suffered on the cross, drawn as if he is receiving superpowers. The last page of the comic even depicts him dying, ending with a picture of his reception into heaven by Christ himself. The work proved to be just the first of a number of Catholic comics that Marvel published in the 1980s. In 1982, they published another comic depicting the life of Pope John Paul II up to that point, including the assassination attempt on his life. In 1984, they followed this up with an account of Mother Teresa of Calcutta, which had a fictional reporter follow her life and actions. Other more established superheroes were also written as Catholics in their backstory. Gambit of the X-Men once returned a stolen crucifix to the Vatican, for example, while another character, Domino, had a mother who led a Catholic cult of ninjas called the Armored Jesuits, taking inspiration directly from a real religious order called the Jesuits, established by St. Ignatius of Loyola in the 16th century. Although interest in producing accounts of the lives of Catholic saints faded at Marvel towards the end of the 1980s, it is still a quirk of history that three saints ended up being portrayed in comic form, and that Marvel entertained the idea of Catholic superheroes on the pages of their comic.